So let me start with Shakahara Jagath about your version of, there are many people have said manifestation ante ee oka 3 sutras, 4 sutras, 5 ways, but they're successful. So ఒకసారి శ్రేయాన్ రాగా గారి ద్వారా వీళ్ళు అండర్స్టాండ్ తన యొక్క ఏ విధంగా మేనిఫెస్టేషన్ అనేది తన అవగాహనలో how it is useful for him and how he is able to manifest, how he is able to grow and live a great life. Yes, Shreyan sir.
So for me, manifestation is about combining your thoughts, combining your intention with this corresponding emotion. We all want to have abundance. We all want to have a great relationship. We all want to have good health. We all have common intentions. But many times our thoughts are in one direction and our emotions are in opposite direction. So only when you combine your thoughts with those corresponding emotions, you change your vibration. And then you attract things, nature, the Prakriti responds according to your vibration. Right? So your vibration always precedes manifestation. You don't directly manifest. First you change your vibration, and according to the vibration, the nature matches that vibration. Whatever is your vibrational output, the nature will match that. For me, personally, meditation helped me a lot to change my emotion, to transform my emotion. Meditation directly transforms our emotions. You feel love, joy, you feel wholeness, you feel content. When you feel enough is enough, you'll always have enough. And then whatever intent you have, you're able to back it up, empower it with the corresponding emotions, with the corresponding elevated emotions. And that's how you change your vibration, and that's how draw the event into our life. And that's how things have changed for me. Even without knowing what was manifestation. Manifestation started because the law of attraction got activated, because the vibration changed. So what is more important is emotional transformation. It is not about just about intention. Intention has its own organizing power. But what is more important is emotional manifestation. We are all obsessed by physical manifestation. But I always say, leave your obsession with physical manifestation. Be obsessed with emotional manifestation. Because physical manifestation is a byproduct of emotional manifestation. If you have emotionally manifested, physical manifestation will follow. That's the law.
Wonderful. So let me pass this to Denisaji. So he's talking about your emotional vibration has to change and be very highly, change your emotion, then automatically manifestation will happen. Right? That's what Shreyan is talking about. So you are applying of that in your life. Any examples you can quote, how manifestation of this thing and how meditation is helping you also?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, I must say that for me, it has been a long path, because the culture I'm coming from and the environment did not teach me such things. For me, learning manifestation, it was a word that it existed in the dictionary, but I didn't know what it was. Meditation was, okay, a practice, but it was not in my culture. Nobody taught us about these kind of things. So for me, it has been a long path, first going to meditation, and meditation, exactly what Shreyan mentioned, that it has been a practice that helped me manage my emotions. I'm a very emotional person. I'm still a very emotional, and it helped me, first of all, recognize my emotions, and second, manage them. Then, little by little, I learned about so many things. Visualization, okay, visualizing, but what for? What is visualization? What is the purpose? And then in the context of manifestation, and I must thank you once again, Shreyan, because I followed your workshops and you inspired me so much. I learned how to manifest. Well, I learned the principle. And I realized exactly this, how important it is to manifest first emotionally, to first, I don't know how to put it, to create that emotion in order to move forward. And indeed, I manifested a couple of things, even very important things, namely speaking in public, because maybe about 10 years ago, speaking in public was absolutely inconceivable. I could not say a word. I was so emotional that my throat got stuck. I could not tell a word. Even when I was at school, I would faint because in front of the class, because I was so emotional. Even though my subject, I could everything I could manage. I knew my subject very well, but emotion was there. And so meditation helped me manage the emotion, and later on, learning how to manifest, I use that emotion in order to manifest.
Okay.
Visualize and use the emotion and create it.
Thank you. What kind of knowledge is important so that we can actually can have a strong, powerful intent without doubt any intentions?
Wonderful. First, glad to be here among all the manifestation gurus. I'll start with one underlying common thing that all of us have been saying. Like Shreyan started with the emotions, the state of emotion, state of thoughts. I would say consciousness, right? Consciousness is nothing but our level of thoughts and emotions. So, like Deepak Chopra in his book Meta-Human, right? He says every one of us is a meta-human. We can manifest or we can create. He doesn't use the word manifest. We can create whatever we desire. But it depends on the level of consciousness. And again, like some of the panelists mentioned, if I'm the level of more material consciousness, I'd probably want to manifest something materially. And obviously, it will take a lot of time because of the level of consciousness you are in. Again, level of consciousness is about feeling the emotions, feelings, so feelings and emotions, and thoughts trigger our feelings and emotions, right? And the second point of consciousness is also about the neediness, like Ramaraju sir said, right? If I want something so bad, and if I start doubting, and if I don't have a second option, right? Sometimes the attachment of it, we talk about letting go, right? So as part of the consciousness. So I want it, and then I let go. Doesn't matter what happens, I'm okay. So for me personally, right? For me personally, I would say active and passive. I would say passive manifestation is more about there are cases where I had a desire. It'd be good if I take a sabbatical and work for Pyramid Valley. That was a desire I had several years ago. And then I left it. That is all. I didn't actively wanted to process that manifestation, right? I didn't even know how it will come and it'll come. But magically when it came and I looked back and connected the dots, right? A few years ago, I happened to go on this assignment to London, and I happened to be in a very expat plan of expat corporate plan because of vice president there. And that resulted in manifold financial benefits, which resulted in a corpus that I was okay to be without a salary for a few years, right? So that happened. When it happened, I connected dots and I told Patriji what happened. Patriji just smiled. I told it is magic. Patriji just smiled, and later I knew that is how life is supposed to be. It's supposed to be magical. All of us are supposed to can manifest. It all depends on our level of consciousness. So that I would call it as passive, right? A lot of things like that happen, the way stillness retreat, way a lot of programs happen. You go with the flow. You have a desire or intent, whatever you call, and you need to be at a higher level of consciousness, and then you don't doubt it. So comes or not comes, I'm okay with it. And because, again, one of the panelists said it is more for others, it happens. The second thing is active manifestation is more, I would say, add the element of visualization, right? I've always used it in a more tactical manner. For example, a retreat is happening or Buddha Purnima is happening in Pyramid Valley, right? And I visualize Just, it's more about feeling. I just want people to come to Valley, have a wonderful time, go back home safely. And there's a lot of time happened with weather. And I keep thanking Patriji. I always say, Patriji, your department is weather. So I always think, okay, so this 4 days, people should not be, what do you say, get into, shouldn't be suffering or having pain because of weather. Right? Weather should not bother. Okay, that's bother is the right word. Weather should not bother any programs, anything that's happening. Most of the retreats, most of Buddha Purnima, that's how it happened. And I just visualize how people go back home smiling, safe, reach their homes. Till that time, I have that feeling. Till the retreat completes, and I have that feeling upholding. That is all. How it happens, it's all left to the universe, like Patriji said. What the desire or the thought comes from us, but how it manifests, it's more the Prakriti, right, the nature. So again, one last reference to another book called Power versus Force by David Hawkins, right? So he says if you're at a lower level of consciousness, you will get what you want in this lifetime or many lifetimes, like Patriji also mentioned. When you are on a lower level of consciousness, lower level of emotions, like doubt, guilt, shame, fear, and all that, you will get it, but you need to apply a lot of force, lot of effort, physical effort, mental effort, right? In one life, might happen in one lifetime or multiple lifetimes. Whereas we are on a higher level of consciousness with love, gratitude. In fact, when we do things for others, it's more about gratitude, it's more about love, right? So then you're at a higher level of consciousness, you'll be able to manifest with less energy, less effort, right? So that's the beauty. Even Deepak Chopra says that the time between your desire and the creation depends on your level of consciousness. If you are at a higher level of consciousness, you'll be able to manifest it within no time. Whereas your lower level of consciousness, it might take a few lifetimes for us to manifest what we want. So that's been my knowledge that I've gained. And then on the lighter note, I've also tried a lot of textbook manifestation examples right from the movie Secret released, and it never worked for me. And later, when Shreyans and Chandra started doing it, and then Patriji started talking about it, two things: the feeling of emotion, and the second aspect is letting go, right? Not direly wanting it. It's like intuition, right? It doesn't work when you really need it. All your life is dependent on it. It doesn't work. So that has been my finding, and this is how I've used whatever we call as manifestation in my life.
Is it because of why you say it's not because it is some time is you've taken as a thing and say it's not happening?
Yeah, so maybe time was an element because I had those were bound. It had to happen within a certain time, right? And it did not happen. That is why I'm saying it didn't work.
It didn't happen. So maybe now I'll request Shreyansh Raga sir to talk about the notion of manifestation. Lo chala mandi, there are many people wish but things don't happen in the way they expected. So then you say, oh, it doesn't work, and then they go forward, right? Because this is one of the biggest things for many, many people. Can you give a clarification on that? Is it always happening? It is just that they have a certain way of understanding, or it doesn't happen also sometimes?
See, one is what is important from what state of being you are manifesting what you want. We are all human beings. Human is about doing. But being is a state of being, from what state of being you're doing what you're doing. Now, if you want to manifest something in your life, whatever we want in our life is for an emotional payoff, right? If I get this, then I'll get this emotion. If I have certain amount of money, then I'll feel that financial freedom. So what you are actually manifesting is the freedom or the freedom of choice to do what you want, wherever you want, however you want. But if you are manifesting from the state of lack, oh, I don't have money, I'm poor, oh, my life is so not worth living, and only when I get this money, then I'll be happy. So the true art is to feel that emotion even before it is even before it is manifested. So when you visualize what you want, you also feel it as if it's already happened, and then you feel it. But that feeling will come, that feeling will only come when you are already content. If you are discontent, that feeling of abundance will not come. True feeling will not come. So first is the basic foundation is to be content with what you have, to be grateful for what you have, to be appreciative of what you have. One who thinks enough is enough will always have enough. Because it is all about vibration. The universe, what the universe is matching is your vibration. So what is important is the coming from, first is the right foundation, which is feeling of enough, feeling of content, feeling of gratefulness, feeling of acceptance of the present moment. That is the key. Because what you resist, you persist. If you resist the present moment, oh, my life sucks, my life is so bad, and I want a better life, it won't come. All the universe, what you're giving the vibration is of resistance. Oh, your life is bad? Okay, so let me give you more of that which makes you more bad. If you say, oh, my life is grateful, then you will say, oh, let me give you more of the things that you feel more grateful about. So the art of manifesting is first is creating from the state of content, acceptance, gratitude, appreciation, and then create it and then surrender it. Create it and let go. As Sagar said, create it and let go. Whatever is in my highest good, it's like have a mind that is open to all but attached to nothing. It's okay if it happens and it's okay if it doesn't happen. It's okay if good happens, good. If bad happens, good. So you create it and it let go. So what happens is, even if it is taking time, and even if it is not happening, it does not create resistance. Otherwise, we become impatient. Oh, I wanted this, I meditated it on, and I visualized it, and it's not happening, it's not happening. And that creates resistance. And imagine the universe, which has been carefully watching your vibration, it's like a waiter. You ordered a food. The waiter gets to get the food, but now it is taking some time, and now you're feeling anxious. And then you're feeling resistant. And by the time the universe gets your order and says your vibration is of resistance, the universe changed the order. Oh, it's resistance. So you are upset, you are angry, you are frustrated. Oh, so let me get something which will make you more frustrated. So what is important is patience. What is important is, again, the let go. You trust the universe. Universe know what is in the highest good. And eventually the journey is not about what you want. It is not about manifestation. It is more about transformation. Because you cannot manifest without transformation. Right? The goal is transformation. You have to be content. You have to have that inner joy. Even you're using the vision of the future, the memory of the future to change the emotion now. So the change is happening in the present moment. And what matters is the transformation. So in the goal of getting the diamond, actually you are becoming the diamond. And that is where the magic lies. That is the true goal. And when you become the diamond, then you don't even care whether you get that or not. Because how can you want when you feel so whole? How can you want when we still feel so complete? Then you don't care.
Any example can you give in your life, specific examples that audience may want to know? Things that you manifested?
Say for example, Pyramid Valley, when Patri sir told me that you have to lead this project and along with the group of trustees. So that time my business was not doing good. I did not have much money. I'm still a part of the joint family. Even if I have to withdraw the money, because Pyramid, the big project, such a project needs a lot of money. So how do I withdraw so much of money? But the moment I saw the land, the vision came alive as if, wow. And the vision came as if we want to build not just a pyramid, but like a monument. And it should be like a larger than life, just not like a small pyramid. And that vision was so inspiring, and that feeling came as if it's already happened. I didn't feel it didn't happen. And I remember I had no money. I could not withdraw from the money from my business. And when I shared my vision with my mom, that this is I really want, with my mother gave me all her life savings. You use it to give it to Pyramid Valley, right? Now that happened, then all of a sudden my business started doing good, because that money was still not enough. And of course, it was not just my own thing. It was just all the trustees, everybody, every visitor, every meditator, everybody's vision was there. But for me, it was like eat, sleep, drink, pyramid, pyramid, pyramid. And that was all my vision. And then also what I started is, since I did not have money, but the vision was so alive, so I started visiting all the other spiritual centers, even watching on internet, and that started changing my vibration. I say, oh, this is good in this spiritual center, I want this in Pyramid Valley. Oh, this is good there, I want this good in Pyramid Valley. I met one artist, and she, amazing art. I said, oh, this should be the art on the four walls of on the four sides of the Pyramid Valley. So that changed my vibration, right? So the universe does not know whether it is real or you're imagining. All the universe knows it's your vibration. The universe says, oh, is it that vibration? Okay, let me match it. Again, my business started doing more good. It started giving windfall gain. I thought I'll make 2 rupees from this business, from this profit. I made 10 rupees. And then when I withdraw 2 rupees from my business, nobody objected. None of the brothers objected it, because anyways, you have made much more than what you even thought about it. So that's how, so what I realize is, when you protect your purpose protects you. When your will matches the will of the divine, then it does not remain your will, then it's a divine will. And the divine operates through you to get that done. And when that happens, you know it is not you. You can only feel more humble, because you know it's not you who have done, because it was not your intelligence which made money. It was some force which gave you money, and then you feel more responsible for that cause. And that is how I feel manifestation has worked in my life.
Consequence is always there. Just to bring you up, consequence is always there. Because here they are talking about manifestation. First we have to understand, do I have the right level of knowledge, right intent is there, before I start asking for manifestation. Otherwise there will be a huge consequence. Because you have intention, you understand the knowledge of consequence, and so then you have the pure intention, you also know the knowledge of consequence. You are, of course, doing the right visualization manifestation. So it is good. So first he is advocating that everybody must learn. Second, you learn the knowledge. You learn the knowledge of consequence. You learn the knowledge of right intention. You learn the knowledge of what is good, not good for people. Anedi, that's what he is saying, that it must be there, is what he's saying. So I think vegetarianism anedi is a very important aspect, is what he's saying, that you really get into a right intention. When you don't have vegetarianism, you're not necessarily with the whole, so your intentions will not be right. You will not have the right knowledge to have the right intention. That means then it will lead towards consequences significantly for an individual. So vegetarianism, then he quoted an example from the scriptures, how Ashwatthama wanted to kill Pandavas, even though Pandavas are on the right side, Dharma side. He wanted to kill, he got the boon, but then later on, the whole lifetimes and lifetimes, he was in this curse, I was under the curse. So vegetarianism is very essential for increasing our right intention, increase the knowledge, and so we have the right intention. Without that, definitely we might have consequences hugely. So thank you, sir.
Sorry. Just to, I would have liked just to share with you, just to end with a very nice anecdote regarding the consequences of manifestation. I wanted to manifest for many years, about 10 years, my guru, and to speak in front of a large audience, more than 10 people, my team or my family. And in 2020, when I met Patriji, I just wanted to go to where I was advised to go to Pyramid Valley. I didn't know who I was going to meet. I didn't know anything about Patriji and anything. So in a very first second, I realized that he is going to be my master, my guru. But the very first words of him was, "What are you doing here? What are you, why are you here? I was so scared. I said, okay, I wanted to manifest my guru, but now I'm scared. So consequences, assume the consequences. And second, I spent about 3 days, I followed him in different activities. And all of a sudden, I was there next to the stage, and he asked me to come to the stage. It was a huge audience at about maybe 2,000 people. And he asked me, he handed in the mic, and he asked me to speak. And I didn't know. I said, sir, but I didn't prepare anything. I don't know what I was going to tell. So second consequence of, well, the manifestation, speaking in a large audience and assuming that consequences. It was really funny for me to see how 2 in 1 happened.
Thank you.
Yeah.